everyone, welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is Edupedia, SST Edupedia and myself Assistant Professor Manju Juriani. So today we are going to continue the subject which we have already started, Environment and Management of Financial Service. The topic is Functions of RBI, the unit is 1, class is FYBCBI semester 1. So we will start first with the introduction of Reserve Bank of India. So the Reserve Bank of India was established on 1st April 1935 as a shareholders bank. The country got independence on 15th August 1947 and the government decided to initiate the process of planned economic development. So the RBI came into existence on 1st April 1935. So the RBI was nationalized on 1st January 1949. The RBI, like any other central bank, performs almost all the traditional functional central banking functions. So the RBI is the central bank of our country, that is Central Bank of India. It performs all the traditional central banking functions and also other functions which we will see today in detail. RBI Act 1934 describes its basic function as to regulate the issue of bank notes and keeping of reserves with a view to securing monetary stability in India. So RBI plays a vital role in stabilizing our monetary system in country and operates the currency and credit system of the country to its advantages. So the RBI controls the money supply in our India and also controls the credit, and it is a regulatory authority upon all banks in India. So the functions of RBI are divided into three categories. First is traditional central banking functions, second is promotional functions, and last is supervisory functions. So we will see the functions in detail. So in central banking function, it includes note issuing authority, bankers bank, bankers to government, credit control, and custodian of foreign exchange reserve. In promotional function, it includes RBI and agriculture, RBI and industrial finance. And supervisory functions includes licensing, control over management, inspection of banks, and audit. So let's see each and every function in detail. So first category is traditional central banking functions. First is note issuing authority. So the RBI has the authority to issue currency notes in India. RBI Act, the bank has the sole right to issue bank notes of all denomination. The distribution of 1 rupee note of all coins and small coins all over the India is undertaken by Reserve Bank as agent to the government. So RBI conducts the issue of currency note in India. The only RBI has sole authority to issue the currency notes in our country. Second traditional function of RBI is bankers bank. So the Apex Bank, the central bank, acts as the bankers bank. It acts as a bank of central clearance, settlement, and transfers. So whenever any bank have any problems or they need funds, they can reach out to RBI and RBI provides support to other banks also. As all the commercial banks have their accounts with the central bank, it can easily settle claims of various commercial banks against each other by making debit and credit entries in their accounts. So the second important traditional function of RBI is bankers bank. Next, the third function is bankers to the government. So RBI also acts as a banker to the government. So it performs merchant banking function for the central, and the state governments also acts as their banker. Whenever government needs any banking services, whenever government is in need of any funds, so they can reach out to the RBI and they can get funds from them. Next function is credit control. So the credit control is used to control the demand and supply of money. The credit control system is utilized by the Reserve Bank of India to ensure the long-term development of the Indian economy. So credit control means to control the money supply in the country. So the RBI controls the money supply in our country, India. So controlling credit helps the RBI and the government to achieve economic growth while also keeping inflation under control. So whenever RBI has to control money supply, they can make changes in the interest rates and also CRR and SLR ratios. So RBI can control the money supply in our country. Last traditional function is custodian of foreign exchange reserve. So in India, the RBI is the custodian of the country's foreign exchange reserve. So foreign exchange reserves are accumulated by RBI. It buys and sells rupees as well as foreign currency in the foreign exchange market to maintain the stability exchange rate. So in our country, RBI is responsible to maintain the exchange rate and also RBI is the custodian of the foreign exchange reserve. So these were the traditional functions. Now we will move on to promotional functions of banking. So the first promotional function is RBI and agriculture. So promotional functions that support national objectives are organized by RBI that encourage rural and agricultural economic development. So RBI also helps to provide funds to for agriculture when farmers need any help. So also RBI works to improve the situation of agriculture in our country. As our India is an agricultural country, so many funds are required by farmers for agricultural purposes. So RBI also works to promote the agriculture in our country. Second function is RBI and industrial finance. So it established Industrial Finance Corporation of India, set up in 1945. The RBI has also helped in the establishment of other financial institutions like Industrial Development Bank of India, Export and Import Bank of India, and National Housing Banks. So the RBI has established many banks in the support of industries. So as a country, we need industrial development in our country. So to promote industrial growth in our country, RBI promotes the industrial growth in our country by establishing different development banks such as IDBI, EXIM, that is Export and Import Bank of India, and also National Housing Banks as to promote industrial development in our country. Then now, moving forward to supervisory functions. So first supervisory function is licensing. So every bank has to get a license from the RBI to do banking business within India. The license can be cancelled by RBI if certain stipulated conditions are not fulfilled. So each and every bank needs a license to conduct banking business in India, and so RBI is the authority for issuing license to banks. Second supervisory function is control over management. So the appointment, reappointment or termination of appointment of the chairman and the chief executive officer of a private sector bank is to be approved by RBI. So any appointments in the management of banks it should be approved by RBI. The bank's approval is also required for the remuneration, perquisite and post-retirement benefits given by a bank to its chairman and chief executive officers. So if any changes are made in the remuneration or in post-retirement benefits, that also should be approved by RBI. So RBI is the sole authority for the approval of main important managerial positions in our India. Then next supervisory function is inspection of banks. So the RBI is empowered to conduct inspection of banks. The inspection may relate to various aspects such as the bank's organizational structure, branch expansion, investment, manpower planning, credit appraisal, profit planning, as well as assessment of the performance of bank. So the RBI has the authority, they can conduct the inspection of any banks at any time. So it can conduct inspection of the organizational structure of the bank or the branch expansions or the investment or the manpower planning. So RBI has the authority to conduct investments, conduct the inspections of the banks in India. Last supervisory function is audit. So the banks are required to get their balance sheets and profit and loss account duly audited by the auditors approved by the RBI. In case of the SBI, the auditors are appointed by the RBI. So each and every bank have to get their accounts audited by RBI. The auditors are approved by RBI, and in case of SBI, the auditors are appointed by RBI itself. So today we completed the functions of RBI. Functions of RBI mainly are divided into three categories: central banking functions, promotional functions and supervisory functions. Central banking functions include note issuing authority, bankers bank, bankers to the government, credit control and custodian of foreign exchange reserve. Promotional functions include RBI and agriculture. RBI works to promote agricultural growth in our country. RBI and industrial finance. So RBI works to promote industrial development in our country by setting up various development banks such as IDBI, housing, NABARD, etc. And supervisory functions include licensing, control over management, inspection of banks and audit. So today we completed the functions of RBI. Thank you.